Hello once again everybody, welcome to another river prep video. River season's getting really close, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait for June 16th to be able to get back on flowing water. But for this video I'm going to run you through how to tie the running ledge rig that I use for my barbel fishing. Something a bit different I think than most people use. The main advantage is it is so adjustable and so versatile. Now, I've been using this setup for the last sort of 6 months or so of the last river season last year. Been tinkering around with it, playing around with it until I'm totally happy with it. I'm a real figure, as you know. Love playing around with rigs and messing around with baits, trying different things, but now I'm totally satisfied with it, and I thought it was time to run you through it in detail, show you how I tie it. I do get asked quite often about how I tie things up on social media. Now you should bear in mind that this running ledger setup is designed to be used with my hook links that I use. Now I've done a video on those which I've tied up previously. I'll stick a link to it up there if you want to go and have a look at that, and I'll stick a link at the end as well. Video shows how to tie them, how I tie them up. Now this running ledger setup is designed to be really adjustable, which means I don't have to carry lots and lots of hook links around with me. I can adjust it on the fly in a matter of seconds to shorten or lengthen the hook link, as you'll see in a minute when we tie it. It's very anti-tangle too, it's very important. In fact, I've never had it tangle on me, to be honest. A couple of close friends have started using it as well when they saw me using it, and they found it to be a really good rig. So hopefully it will bring something to your fishing as well. So I think it's probably enough waffle. Let's get down onto the desk down here and we'll do some tying. For tying up my running ledger barbel rig, these are the components that I use. The Matrix Hooklength Swivels, size 14, that's the biggest one they do. These are fantastic for putting your hook links on and off very quickly. We'll go through that a little bit more in a minute. You need some big gripper stops, the Drennan big gripper stops. Now as far as running rings go, you've got a choice really. You know, you can use any kind of large diameter run ring. I've got Korum one here, also got some Drennan ones as well. They've just got different clips on, which clip on your sort of lead or swim feeder. As long as it's got a large bore, use whatever you want. I use both the Drennan and the Korum ones. And I've got a Korum Camo bolt and run kit here. I never use it in the bolt configuration. I just couldn't get a Camo run kit when I bought this one. But from this you will also, as well as the large ring, you will also need the bead from it, the Tulip bead, which protects your main line from the feeder. As an alternative to that, and the ones I tend to use are these are the Fox ones, Fox Tulip beads, but I do prefer to use these, and I do prefer to use the large run ring from Korum as well. So I think we'll use those to tie it with today, but you have got the option. I'll take our main line. First thing that goes onto here is the low resistance run ring, the larger run ring, followed by the Tulip bead. Maybe a little bit fiddly. Put this on, there we go. And you can see there, if you're not familiar with this sort of setup, the Tulip bead protects the line from the weight of the feeder coming across the line. Just protects that line, acts as a buffer when you're casting. Really does protect your main line. Certainly wouldn't use a large feeder without a Tulip bead on. Now next, on the line, go a couple of these big gripper stops. Find the big ones useful for barbel fishing, for my barbel rig, because they're a lot grippier. I actually use a couple as well on here, so we'll put a couple of those onto there. There we go. I'll go next onto our main line. So it's a bit easier if you moisten this before you put these on. Push those up line there. So next we take our matrix hook length swivel. I'm going to tie this on with whichever knot you prefer, really. So there we are, that's our Palomar snug down. So what we've effectively got, our mocked up bit of main line, is a tulip bead which will sit lovely over those two stops there, and that will anchor our swim feeder. However, this will slide right down to that swivel should we want it to. Thereby adjusting the length of our hook link. The weight of the hook length swivel, even though it's the big one, is negligible, and I found it does not act as a pivot point for your when you're casting out. It's simply a case then of adding on one of your hook links, which we tied up. I keep on these winders. Simply a case of adding one of our hook links from the previous video, just there. It's simply a case dropping that braid or fluorocarbon into the crook. Hope you can see that alright. You just simply pull down that little bit of rubber. So there we are. That's our hook link swivel running ledger rig. And as I said, very adjustable, very quick to change. You can even land a fish and drop that off there, leave them in the water with just the hook link attached. Effectively take off the hook link. So quick with these matrix hook length swivels, and you're away. Hook link's off. As I say, merely seconds to adjust the length of your hook link, effective length of your hook link, that is. As we know, barbel will sometimes be right on the feeder, in which case a hook link like this, which is perhaps 2 foot long, would be perfect. You know, should I want to, I could even easily take this down to 1 foot. Not sure I ever would, but I could easily take that down to 1 foot. Simply a case of cutting it and tying another loop in it. And as I say, it's very easy to just clip this onto there, pull a bit of rubber over, and we're away. We're fishing. And I can, as I say, I can adjust the length of that as far at the main line as I want, and effectively make my hook link as long as I want it. Days when the barbel are perhaps backing off the feeder or being a bit cautious, or perhaps, you know, you're fishing with a 2 foot hook link and you're not getting any bites, slide that up, make it 6 foot, 5 foot, all of a sudden perhaps you're getting bites. So there you have it. That's how I tie my running ledger barbel rig. I'm going to use probably 99% of my barbel fishing. I'm going to be using it a lot this season, definitely. I've got a few different venues in store for this season, which we've got a decent chance of catching a barbel, so really looking forward to that. As you've seen, it's a really versatile rig, and it's so quick and easy to adjust. Works great with my hook links that we tied in that previous video. It means if I want to change, you know, from maybe just my standard 2 foot hook link up to a 6 or 8 foot hook link, it's just a case of sliding those beads up. It's not a problem at all. It's really quick and easy. Well, maybe that'll get you thinking about your own rigs, or if you want to just straightforward copy it, that's brilliant. And if it lands you a few more fish, even better. But it certainly make your life on the bank a lot easier for sure. I hope you find it useful anyway, and get something from the video. But all there is left to do is to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I really hope you get something from it. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons, and I'll see you all again very soon.